Good afternoon, good evening, depending upon where you are on the globe. Welcome to my Dallas Cowboys picks and predictions. Let me see who this is already. And I'm going to let you know. Do not start dogging me out already. Hey, Pop Man Valley, how are you? It is mighty good to see you. How does it feel to be free at last? Well, thank you for passing by. Make sure, if you would be so kind, that you give this a thumbs up. And as always, it is good to see you. So, for many of you that have followed me for a while should know by now that I am an avid sports fan, more so football. And that's the time of year and season where I really get beside myself. There's a few of you on here already know that. So I am going to begin early since we are on the heels of preseason. I can't wait. It's actually, to be honest, about a month away. Hey there, Gavin. Long time. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Hopefully, everyone is doing well in this heat. And for those that I am doing fine, I hope you are too. And for those that are in the eye of storms, my thoughts and prayers are for you and your families. Everyone, please make sure that you're keeping in contact with those. This is the time of year, as I've mentioned so many times, that weather is unpredictable and many are facing a lot of damage and issues as it relates to these storms. So just keep that in mind. And as I've mentioned before, please make sure, if you have not already, have I missed you? Yes, Gavin, I have. I hope you missed me too. So make sure that you have an emergency kit, at least with 3 days worth of supplies, not just for you, but your families as well. Not just for your homes, but your offices and vehicles. Just wanted to put that little PSA out there. Again, it is hurricane season. It is severe thunderstorm season, tornadoes, anything you can think of, earthquakes, anything can happen. And a lot of people are being affected. So keep that in mind. And again, keep those who have been affected directly and or indirectly in your thoughts and prayers. Oh, thank you, Gavin. That's so sweet. I will be coming to visit you virtually, but I am just out enjoying this scenery right now. I'll show it in a little bit, but I wanted to get this done. I'm in a good mood today. Even though it is hot as you know what, it's good to be out. It's good to be able to enjoy these beautiful clouds and the sparkling water that I'm looking at right now. As again, I said I will do a vertical just so you all could see. You'll be able to see those familiar with the DMV, the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. And if we're lucky enough, we may see airplanes taking off and landing. That's something that I absolutely enjoy. Some people may think that's a little bit weird or eccentric, but I enjoy it. It's calming. That being said, let us remind everyone of last year's standings. I'm going to begin with my favorite division. Of course, that will be who? The NFC East. Now, again, please, especially a couple of people, thank you, Gavin. And I will visit. Now, before, as I mentioned, a couple of people may pop in or decide to leave comments. I do not, I repeat, I don't want to hear anything dealing with Dallas is a train wreck. How long has it been since you've won a championship? Let me just put that disclaimer out there right now, okay? Because I'm still a little bit hurt and salty the way the season ended last year. Dallas was on top. Then we had Philly, the New York Giants, and then the lackluster Washington Commanders. As we traveled to the NFC North, Detroit, and I said this, and I'm sure the videos are still up, that Detroit was a team to watch. And they led their division. Then we had the Cheeseheads of Green Bay, the Minnesota Vikings, and even though Chicago started off slow, they managed to secure a few wins under their belt. Down to the NFC South, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, the dusty Atlanta Falcons, and I don't even want to mention this team, but the Carolina Panthers, who had an extremely dismal season, finishing out with 2 wins and 15 lost. Hopefully, this year will be different. I doubt it. However, you never know. Now, let's travel on over to the AFC East. And remember, this is the 2023 season. Buffalo. Then we had Miami, the New York Jets, and finally New England. The AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens. A little bit surprised, but let's see, because I don't have the camera on, Gavin. Let's see what happens this year with the Ravens. Then we have Cleveland, the terrible towel waving Pittsburgh, which actually should have done better, but they didn't. And then in last place, Cincinnati Bengals. Gavin, unless I let you know in the beginning that you can drop your link, please do not do that. You are welcome over here, and you can communicate with whomever you like, but please don't drop your link unless I let you know in the beginning. Next, we're going to the AFC South. Houston. Then we had Jacksonville, Indianapolis, and then finally Tennessee. And the AFC West. So a couple that are probably grinning and laughing. I don't even want to say the name, but I must. The Kansas City Chiefs. The Raiders. Denver. And lastly, the Chargers. And that's a recap of the 2023 season. So keep that in mind. This year, at the helm is none other than Dak Prescott. Now, I know a lot of people questioned if he would return, and most definitely he will. Backup is a surprise to many, many people. The first female quarterback by the name of Lise Carter, and she's actually in the thumbnail. Next, Trey Lance, and then finally, Cooper Rush, who was at the number 2 spot. So we'll see what happens with that. Linebacker, we have none other than Micah Parsons. Tyler Smith at tackle. Cornerback, Eric Scott. And at wideout, we have C.D. Lamb. Safety, Malik Hooker. And much to many people, surprise, after he was gone bye-bye, he's come back for a year. Who am I talking about, ladies and gentlemen? Running back, Ezekiel Elliott. That's right, sports fans. Ezekiel Elliott will don the Dallas Cowboys jersey. We also have Rico Dowdle. Now, September the 8th, Dallas will travel to Cleveland, where they will meet 28-year-old Myles Garrett. Who is Myles Garrett? Well, he was the Defensive Player of the Year, and that will kick off the Cowboys' official NFL season. But before they get there are three games, which is their preseason, beginning on August the 11th, where they will meet the Rams. My prediction, and again, this is my prediction, Dallas will win that game, starters or no starters, 24-7. August 17th, they will visit the Raiders, who actually struggled last year. They were up and down, but the Raiders did struggle. And my prediction for that preseason game is Dallas 21, Raiders 3. Not being generous. We'll see. And lastly, on August the 24th, Dallas will take on the visiting Chargers, where I predict my first blowout. And again, these are just my predictions. 35-0. Yep, 35-0. Now, here's my little brief commentary on the Cowboys. And while I love my Cowboys, I really truly do, these are the things I feel that are extremely important for them to at least go over 500, if not clinch the number one spot as they did last year. Dak Prescott must, and I cannot express that enough, must stay healthy. The O-line, in my opinion, must begin strong and protect the quarterback. I saw a lot of sloppy play last year on both the O-line and D-line, where some of the teams, to me, looked as if they were throwing some of the Cowboys players around like rag dolls. That wasn't a good look, and it cost a lot of games. Secondly, again, these are just my opinions. If Dak Prescott suffers 2 or more sacks in the first quarter, or if there are 2 or more 3 and outs, and to me, it's just me, that's going to set the tone for an uphill battle. I'll repeat that. Dak must stay healthy. The entire team must stay healthy. There were quite a few injuries last year early on in the season. So he has to be healthy. The O-line must protect him. Also, as I said, my opinion, if there are 2 or more sacks, especially in the first quarter, or 2 or more 3 and outs, that's going to set the tone for an uphill battle. Also, I am not sure how strong Dak has been, but his passing game also must improve. He did not do well. Hi there, Nightbot. Hey there, Mama Hania. How are you? Happy Saturday. Perhaps it is Sunday. And thank you. As I was saying, he has to have a strong passing game. There were many passes last year that ended up as the dreadful pick six. We don't need to see that. And I already know that's going to happen, but that's the main thing, well, one of the main things that concerns me about Dak Prescott is his passing game. I think his running game is a lot better, but the passing game, to me, from the last few years, has been lackluster and needing a great deal of improvement. Again, those are just my opinions. So there you have it, a quick picks and predictions for the Dallas Cowboys preseason games. Those of you that may catch the replay, feel free to leave your predictions. That is, if you are indeed Dallas Cowboy fans. I am, and I cannot wait for September the 8th. And that's when I did not choose. As I said, they will be going to Cleveland, and many people thought Cleveland was going to be the breakaway team. That will be September the 8th. So I am going to say Dallas. Thank you, Gavin. Dallas 10 and Cleveland 6. Yep, I think Dallas will begin their regular season against the win. Final score 10 and Cleveland 6. Thank you to those that tuned in. I will be watching any trades, any injuries that may come in, and any other NFL news that comes across my desk. And I will be ready to talk my you know what when the football season begins. So I am going to end this live and then show you all the water, the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, and as I mentioned, maybe, and there should be more coming in, planes taking off and landing. So those that came in, thank you for hitting the like button. I truly appreciate you. And those who may catch the replay, your thoughts on my predictions of the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, preseason. Until next video, everyone please be safe, be well, and you know the rest. Be healthier. Bye-bye for now.